Building muscle takes time. However, there are certain things that you can do to speed up the process. Today, we're going to talk about it. It's just a little bit harder. How did you make the time than being put? What's up guys, Simang Micronutrient here, personal trainer and online coach. Today we're going to talk about nutrition secrets that you can apply today that are going to help you build muscle a lot faster. Alright guys, right out the gates, I want you guys to make sure that you leave a like on this video. I know it's going to be very helpful. Leave a comment, share this with someone that you know needs to build muscle or wants to build muscle and is finding it really hard. Be sure to stay to the end of the video. I'm going to be dropping a bonus point on how you can maximize your nutritional principles in order to build as much muscle as you can. Right, let's get to the first one. Point number one, a calorie surplus. So unlike weight loss where you need to be in a calorie deficit, for most of us, you need to be in a calorie surplus in order for muscle gain to occur. If you're not in a calorie surplus, your body is gonna use all that energy, all those calories to do bodily functions for the day, help you move around, all those kind of things. And if you're trying to gain muscle and you're trying to gain strength, it needs those extra available calories and preferably amino acids when you're trying to build muscle. So it'll do what it needs to do, and then with the leftover stuff, it'll be like, okay, now we have this leftover, we've been getting a certain signal, now I have extra. It's like when you have extra money. So you have extra money, now you can buy the Porsche, because muscle is very expensive tissue to have on your body. So it won't necessarily put that above doing bodily functions, but if it knows that it has the surplus, it'll be more willing to partition those calories in order to facilitate that muscle building signal. Okay, point number two, adequate macronutrient consumption. So what I mean by this, very simply, because we're talking about muscle gain, protein is going to be number one. Okay, so adequate protein, but also because we're talking about maximizing, I'd rather have people in the range of 1.6 to 2.2 grams of protein per kg of body weight. Now, a lot of studies would tell you that there's a certain point, there's a certain threshold where if you go above that, there's no real benefits after that, which is true, but there are, in terms of maximizing and being over the threshold, I'd rather have someone over than under. You know what I mean? So just have that in your mind. Rather be over than under when you're trying to maximize protein. Again, other macronutrients include proteins, carbohydrates, fats. So when it comes to the carbs, because we're going to be doing mainly anaerobic activity where we're trying to build muscle in the gym, get strong, these are quick movements, we're explosive, exerting a lot of force. The preferred source of energy is going to be glycogen that we get from carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are our body's preferred source of energy, especially in that anaerobic state. So make sure that you get your carbohydrates in. Lastly, with the macronutrients, what is left over is our fats. So our fat intake needs to be really good. We need to get from whole foods, things like your avocados, coconuts, what's the other thing? Extra virgin olive oil, because that is so crucial, very crucial for hormone production, hormone stability, and those things are going to be really crucial when it's time for your body to grow, to regenerate certain things. So keep that in mind. Okay, please be sure to like the video, leave a comment down below if you have any other tricks and tips you want to put in there, any other tricks and tips you think I've missed or that have worked for yourself over your lifting journey. And be sure to stay to the end of the video. That's where I'm going to be dropping one more bonus point to help you guys be your best and most muscular selves. Okay, on to the third point. Adequate micronutrient consumption. So we've covered the macronutrients, our proteins, our fats, our carbohydrates. Now we're going to talk a little bit about our micronutrients. Those are vitamins and minerals. So those we'll get mainly from things like fruits, vegetables, and those will facilitate things like digestion. So we don't necessarily just want to put food in our bodies, and we're in a calorie surplus, which are all great and facilitating that muscle building response. But if we don't have adequate micronutrients to absorb all those things that we need from the foods, we're not going to get the maximum gains that we could see. So that's another big one to not skip out on. Like, you'll see a lot of people will have a lot of protein, a lot of carbs, and sometimes I'm guilty of this where I don't have enough greens in my diet, and those things are super important, guys, when it comes to absorption. Like, because if that stuff is in your bloodstream, it's cool, but like if your body's not absorbing it and utilizing it as much as it could, you're not gonna see the gains that you could see. Okay, so again, this video is all about maximizing, and we are trying to maximize. Point number 4, hydration. And it's so funny because we just did a video on hydration not too long ago. I want to see if I can link that up here somewhere. So hydration, basically, I'm just going to go over it really quickly. Our muscles need certain fluids in order to contract optimally and to make sure that our strength output is at the right place and our power output is at the right place. So if those things and that hydration is there, we can be super focused, we can be super sharp, we can be well coordinated, because being hydrated also helps you be more coordinated, which again is going to lead to better muscle gains, because when you're in the gym you can execute movements better, engage the muscles that you're trying to engage. So it's just all like a tick. So hydration is super important. I really recommend that you go watch that video that I linked up there, because it's going to give you even more background on why hydration is so important. Awesomeness. Lastly, point number 5, and the bonus point, guys, is meal timing. Meal timing is so crucial when it comes to seeing maximum muscle gains. Now, if you just want to gain muscle a little bit, and you might see warriors on the internet where I eat 1 meal a day, or I eat 2 meals a day, and I fast and I'm still ripped or whatever. There is, like with anything, there is nuance, but however, long story less long, in order to increase and maximize our muscle gains, we need to make sure that our protein synthesis or our protein turnover rate is at a good place. So we're always in the positive, because make no mistake about it, our body's always breaking muscle down and building it up again. So there's a catabolic effect and anabolic effect. So both happen all the time. So we want to make sure that the anabolic is happening more than the catabolic. So when we make sure that our meal timing is in the right place, and we're having meals, protein-rich meals again, consistently enough throughout the day, we make sure that the anabolic signal is louder than the catabolic signal. So that's a really important thing for you guys to remember. Meal timing is really important if you're trying to maximize muscle gains. Alright guys, that is the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave me a comment. Please leave me a like if that was super helpful. If you feel like it was super helpful, also share it with someone else who can, really. Those are the 5 points. Let me see if I can go over them for you real quick. Calorie surplus, that was number 1. We need to make sure that we're in a calorie surplus to facilitate that muscle building signal. Adequate macronutrient consumption, carbs, fats, proteins. We need to make sure that we're good there. Adequate micronutrient consumption. We need to make sure that our micronutrients are in the right place so that we can absorb all that protein and make sure that our digestion is on point. And then point number 4 was hydration. If we're not hydrated, we're not going to be moving or contracting muscles as well as we could. And then the last one was meal timing. So thank you so much for watching. I hope it was helpful. Make sure to like and subscribe, and be sure to tune into the channel, because if you're a beginner or you know a beginner who's going to start in the gym, I have something that I've been working on, and I know it's going to be very helpful for them. It's called the Starter Pack program, and you guys are going to love it. So be sure to stick around, guys. I'll see you soon. I'll see you. Quick reminder, please be sure to like the video. Give me